Dude's back. Man's not hot.
He's not hot. We knew that.
We can easily say that Detroit Lions probably need to address that quarterback position. Do you trust this regime with the rookie quarterback?
I'm going to say yes. Bryce Young, whether that be C.J. Stroud, whether that be Will Levis, Hendon Hooker, Ben Johnson, had Jared Goff looking like a top 5 quarterback in the league. That is blasphemous. That is tomfoolery.
You think that Ben Johnson told Jared Goff to go out there and give the ball up 10 times?
Stay off the weed.
Part of the reason I thought the Jared Goff move was one of his worst, or the worst, and again, I'm not trying to bash Brad Holmes, but dude's back. Man's not hot.
He's not hot. We knew that.
We did. And
you and I did, at least.
Yeah,
Lions fans.
Yeah, we're haters.
Yeah.
You guys are haters. You don't know nothing. We're not even halfway through the season.
Hated on us. The man's got the most turnovers in the league since 2019.
Facts. Big facts.
Big facts.
Boom, boom, boom. Nonetheless.
Brockers in the Woodward Sports chat.
Brockers is up
People
there.
are saying Michael Brock. That is a bad move as well.
Yeah.
He has done absolutely nothing.
Yeah. Guys, stay tuned. Mr. Beast not joining the show. Make sure you don't miss that. Nonetheless, mate, being that Jared Goff is hot garbage, we can easily say that Detroit Lions probably need to address that quarterback position.
They do.
Do you trust this regime with the rookie quarterback? You think they'll mess up his mentals?
Mess up his mentals, getting more twisted up top, yeah?
Drive him mad.
This is something I had to sit back and think about.
Me too. Me too.
I don't really know how to feel about this, but I'm going to say yes. Okay. I believe the Detroit Lions, as they are constructed now, would be able to get something out of a rookie quarterback. You see what the Detroit Lions and their coaching staff has done with guys like Penei Sewell, guys like Malcolm Rodriguez, guys like Amon-Ra St. Brown, guys like Jonah Jackson, people that have brought here. Even Kirby Joseph early, we see how much he's improved on a week-to-week basis. The Detroit Lions have shown that they can help players improve. The Detroit Lions have shown that they can get something out of young players. So when you're talking about guys at the top of this draft, whether that be Bryce Young, whether that be C.J. Stroud, whether that be Will Levis, Hendon Hooker, whatever your flavor is, these are guys that are extremely talented for a reason. And I believe the Detroit Lions coaching staff, as it is, would be able to go out and bring the best out of a player like that, to go out and utilize him to his best capabilities. You see what Ben Johnson had Jared Goff looking like a top 5 quarterback in the league for the first 3 weeks of the season until everyone on that offense got hurt and we ran into the buzzsaw that is Bill Belichick. And then the Detroit Lions and Jared Goff came back down to expectations. The Detroit Lions and Jared Goff need all of their weapons healthy. If you go out and grab a talent like a Bryce Young or a Will Levis or a C.J. Stroud or a Hendon Hooker, that player would not need everything right to go around them. That player you would have flexibility with as a Detroit Lions coach. You would be able to push the ball down the field. You would be able to do different things. That player would be able to extend plays in the pocket and not turn around and go face first into Micah Parsons, who is rushing you on the side. Oh, okay, I'm feeling good. We're looking good in the pocket. I'm going to go out this way. Oh, there's Micah Parsons right there. A quarterback with somewhat pocket presence.
Look, you're doing this.
With anything. A quarterback with anything that knows what a pocket looks like in football would be able to make a better decision in that point.
Football pants don't have pockets, you idiot.
That's mine did. Okay? They're just on the inside. And you slip the thigh pads into them. But I believe the Detroit Lions would be able to maximize one of these talented young quarterbacks. I really do.
Same scenario, Spinny. I was kind of unsure of the matter. if I trusted this regime to bring in a rookie quarterback and lead him the right way, and I have like 2 answers for it. All right, because first and foremost, I 100% believe, tried and true at this point, because we know what Jared Goff is as a quarterback, right? I think that Ben Johnson for sure could, make a rookie quarterback look good, especially one with the abilities of a Bryce Young, a C.J. Stroud. Not only, if you want to say Jared Goff is better, sure, but you can't say that they have more abilities than C.J. Stroud and Bryce Young.
No.
Guys who could run, guys who have a bit of pocket presence. And don't get me wrong, like there's been comments made of Jared Goff's improvement in pocket presence as he's come into this offense with Ben Johnson, but it's not great.
It's not great.
It's not
great, Bob.
I've seen the clips on Twitter from the honorary heavyweight T.J. Lang commenting on, hey, this sack isn't on Jamal Williams. This sack's on Jared Goff for being stiff as a board in the pocket there.
It was. You saw Jamal Williams literally pushes Michael Parsons as far as he can go on the outside, and Jared Goff is standing back there. If he takes one step forward, he delivers the ball downfield, it's a touchdown. But he's standing there like a statue in the middle of the pocket when your running back is doing exactly what you asked for him. You don't expect Jamal Williams to beat Michael Parsons or DeMarcus Lawrence or whoever it was one-on-one in a pass blocking situation. If you're expecting your running back to do that against a fantastic pass blocker or a pass rusher, then you have extremely high expectations. What he did was buy his quarterback time and give his quarterback an option to literally take one step forward into pocket and hit somebody down the field for a touchdown. But what did Jared Goff do? He stood there looking around, checking his watch, picking some flowers, and got blown up. That was not on Jamal Williams.
Yeah, and I see a couple comments in the Woodward Sports chat. Sepper18 says, well, the sure coached up Blau and Boyle. Let me get this straight for any and everybody tuned in on WoodwardSports.com right now. There is no hope for Tim Boyle. There's honest to God no reason that man should have even been in the National Football League playing football professionally at the highest level. Look at the college numbers. It never made sense.
Never.
I don't understand how in the hell he snuck his way in. Do I say it, Smitty? I'm joking. No, that guy, I have no clue how that guy is played multiple years in the NFL. It makes zero sense to me.
Look at me right now. You, in the WoodwardSports.com chat, you think one of these top 3 quarterbacks in the NFL draft this year is going to be just as talented or less talented than Tim Boyle or David Blau?
Yeah.
I want you to look yourself in a mirror, say that one time, and ask me, would I slap myself right now? Because that is Stephen A. Smith, blasphemous. That is blasphemous. That is tomfoolery.
That is blasphemous.
Thank you, JB. It is. The Detroit Lions would need to do God's work if they wanted to turn Tim Boyle or David Blau into a competent NFL quarterback, let alone a starter in the league. Jeez Louise.
Yeah, I have faith in the Detroit Lions regime to nurture a rookie quarterback simply off of Ben Johnson, what I've seen him be able to do with Jared Goff, which we know at this point, I please hope that you guys agree at this point, is limited. All right, the offensive weapons are there enough. He has a fantastic offensive line, one that has let up the least sacks in the NFL. Maybe it changed after last week. I'll have to double check on that one. But going into that game, let up the least sacks in the NFL for sure. But the only issue is, Spinny, and this is where I believe, like, maybe not, Ben Johnson's not guaranteed to be here long term. I know some people will say, well, look, they scored 0 points against the Patriots.
He's not getting poached this year.
And they only put up 6 against the Cowboys, which the Cowboys have one of the better defenses, but they also fumbled the goal line. You had about 4 more turnovers from your quarterback. But nonetheless, he's not guaranteed to be here long term. He's the one guy that can go move on, whether it's lineal change or if he just goes on to be a head coach. And like, we can't guarantee that. There's no lineage here with him to where we can say, oh, that's the Ben Johnson system. No, it's his system. He made the, he came up with the offense himself alongside Jared Goff, obviously, because he wanted things that he's capable of doing. But like, if we lose that, and that's what I'm saying, man, I'm not calling for Dan Campbell's job.
And thank you to Dante151 in the Woodward Sports chat. If you think having Bryce Young, C.J. Stroud, Hendon Hooker, Will Levis is the same as having Tim Boyle or David Blau, you need to stay off the weed, because that is blasphemous. I can't even fathom that. If you think Tim Boyle or David Blau have the same amount of talent, pocket awareness, or arm strength, okay, arm strength, maybe Boyle has a cannon, but talent, that one of these top 4 NFL draft pick quarterbacks has in their left nut, you're on something, buddy.
Ricky Bobby in the Woodward Sports chat.
Get some help.
Get some help.
Ricky Bobby in the Woodward Sports chat says, Ben has been figured out early.
Ben has been figured out early without his number 1 running back.
No.
Without his number 1 receiver. Without his number 2
Not even
receiver.
that.
Without his top 10 receiver draft pick. And Jared Goff, who has 1 less interception or 1 less turnover than touchdown this season. So that's on Ben Johnson, is what you're telling me.
You tell me Ben Johnson drew up the playbook, and he's like, hey,
You look like
JG.
Will Chamberlain.
JG, I do. I knocked down 20,000 on things, too. Holla at me. But no, honest to God. You think that Ben Johnson told Jared Goff to go out there and give the ball up 10 times?
Stop it.
3 of which went back for touchdowns.
I'm Ben Johnson. I'm sitting there. All right, so what we're
What
going
are
to
you
do here, what we're going to do
doing?
here, you're going to throw that ball drastically underthrow to Josh Reynolds so Trayvon Diggs can make an interception.
Come on, guys.
This is on Ben Johnson. This is not on Ben Johnson.
No, I can't. You can't blame on Ben
I
Johnson.
can't believe Lions fans saw him with his full complement and cast against a good defense in Philadelphia put up, what, 38 points, 35 points?
Yeah, with Goff.
And just think
gave
he's
a pick
done,
six
he
in that game?
lost the magic already? Stop it. Get some help. This is not on Ben Johnson. What would you do if you're trying to make some soup? All right? Your water's turned off. You got no pots in the kitchen,
Oh man, where's this going?
and your fridge is off. Because that's what's it like having Jared Goff throwing the ball, no DeAndre Swift, and no Amon-Ra St. Brown. Talk about making salad with spoiled vegetables.
That's why I say he's at your back. I'm just
Jeez.
saying. That's your guy. That's your guy.
That's my guy.
Not your guy. But that's the guy they're working with.
Thank you.
It ain't a pretty situation at all.
He gone after this year anyways.